And I'm preparing to do an open house on the first one, which is going to be set to the list on July 1st. But I've got like a ton of things. I made a list of that I want to go over with you if we have time for that.
Okay. Well, let's dive right into it.
Okay. So yesterday, my friend called me and she was at a yard sale in town, and she said that somebody was thinking of selling his house. It's on 10 acres. It's probably valued at 700,000.
Okay.
So she said, I know a great realtor. Here's her card. Call her. I'm not going to wait for him to call me. I want to reach out to him. So I was thinking of maybe just mailing him a letter and introducing myself to him. What do you think?
A letter's good, but you know what's even better, right?
A phone call?
If you can find his phone number, it's even better. And then, or actually, go to his house and knock on his door and introduce yourself.
I find that to be so invasive.
Well, the mailing is the path of least resistance, right? It's not going to have the effect of really making that connection as a phone call or meeting face to face. Because what happens to most mailings?
They get thrown out.
They get thrown out. They're never read. So you might have the letter go to him, and he may never actually read it, where you can make that connection. So that it'll lead to lost opportunity.
So just knock on the door and say, "Hey, Kathy was at your house yesterday for your yard sale." I mean, how do I even know what time he's going to be home? He or she.
You just got to go by the law of averages, right? What do most people do? They work 9 to 5, right? So I'm just gonna take that guess and figure most people are home evening time, getting ready to relax, right? But here's the thing. Good thing about yard sales, right? Is you can go to yard sales on Sundays or Saturdays when people are having them, especially if they call it downsizing sales, right? Why do most people have yard sales?
They're moving.
Probably moving. You can visit yard sales, get to know the sellers, ask them why they're having the yard sale, and if they say, "Well, we're downsizing because we're going to be selling our house," oh wow, what a coincidence!
I feel more comfortable doing that, going to yard sales and showing up at this guy's door.
Well, if you can find his phone number, you can call him. I'm just worried if you do the mailing, he may not see it.
Okay.
Just because I just know that most people don't read it unless you make that mailing stand out like it's like he has to open it. How do you get people to open mail? Don't use a standard white envelope. It mixes with everything else. Colored, like pink, blue, those nice bright envelopes, or the wedding imitation envelopes, the big ones.
Right.
So if you're gonna mail, you at least try to make it stand out as well.
Okay. Well, then you just pretty much answered my second question for the mega open house that I'm going to be doing. I can't door knock. It's not in an area where I can door knock. It's mountainous. It's rural. The houses are spread far away from each other. So I was going to do a mailing, telling the neighbors, "Hey, I'm listing your house. This may have changed your value. I'm hosting an open house on this day. Please stop by." But I guess that's not going to...
Well, the mailing, like I said, if you're going to do the mailing to those people for the open house, go ahead. Just make sure that your mailing stands out. Don't let it get lost in all the other mail that they receive by using what everybody else does.
What about a jumbo postcard?
Jumbo postcards are even better, right? Because it's huge. You can't miss them. I've never used those small standard postcards. I think they're worthless, just because I know what I do with them when I see them. I just toss them in the trash. But I look at the big ones just because it's so damn big.
So a jumbo postcard with the house's photo on the front, because I'm not going to have my photos done by then.
Yeah, you only need one photo. You don't need multiples on the jumbo postcard. You just need one photo. The main thing about the postcard is the message, right? Because you want them to read the message that's on there.
It's not going to get to them in time.
It's not? Okay.
No, because the photo's coming on the 27th. The photographer's coming on the 27th. That's 2 days to get them back. And then the open house is on July 1st.
Okay. Well, I would get out there and take a photo of the front of the property. I wouldn't not mail just because the photographer is gonna do the picture on the 27th. I go there much earlier, take a photo of that property, because if you don't leverage your listings, you're always going to have lost opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Because you can do open house, you got your mailings that go out. If hopefully sellers come to the open house and you can meet more people, so there's always a huge chance of finding more inventory from every single open house you do, especially when it's brand new in the market.
And in this postcard, obviously, I'm limited to probably just a couple of sentences, so I have to really.
I know I've put full blown paragraphs on mine.
Have you really?
Oh yeah, I put under your neighbor's home is just listed at 123 Anyway Street. Are you aware that their home being listed may have changed the value of your home? Question mark. Then I go next line. Do you want to find out the value of your home? Reach me at. Oh, by the way, we're doing an open house this Sunday from 12 to 1. I hope to see you there.
That's it?
Yep, it's the same message I use on every card.
Okay.
Simple. And I just want to make sure they know about the value change, and I want to invite them to the open house.
Okay.
And I do it on the big giant jumbo postcards, and my open house is on Sunday. I make the order on Monday, and it goes out on Wednesday. They receive it on Friday.
Your open house is on Sunday. You make the order on Monday, and then it goes out on Friday.
They'll receive it on Friday. The company I use here is local. They have a 2-day turnaround.
Okay.
So also, and that's the other thing to keep in mind. Find those companies that have quick turnaround. You know, if they say it takes 5 to 7 business days, or 5 to 7 business days, I usually stay away from those. I'm like, that's not fast enough.
Okay. I have another seller we're supposed to list on July 5th.
Okay.
And she calls me over the weekend, Father's Day, and she goes, listen, I was talking to my mortgage lender and he qualified buyers and they just casually want to come to my house on Monday. We'll still use you as an agent, but we're just going to show them the house. They do have a realtor, but the realtor's not coming. So I said, listen, I don't think it's a good idea. Is your house in tip-top shape? Because we had a huge list of everything that you needed to do. And she said, no, it's not in tip-top shape, but we're okay with that. They're okay with that. We're getting there. I said, listen, I'm planning on hosting a mega open house and all the marketing that I have in place that I'm going to do for your house. In this market, wouldn't you rather wait till your house is in tip-top shape and exposed to all these buyers? The more buyers that see your house, the potential we have for a multiple offer. And she goes, well, even if they made an offer, we wouldn't accept it. We would just wait for the open house. I said, listen, you do what you want to do, but I don't agree with this. And she's showing the house on Monday. She said, send a listing agreement over. We'll sign whatever we have to sign, but there's nothing that's going to.
I would have her sign the listing agreements effective for the date of that showing, not to go on the MLS for this date per seller's request.
So sign the listing agreement with today's date.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and just say start today, and per seller's request, they put in the listing contract. They don't want it on the MLS until July 5th. Because that's the only way you're going to protect yourself. Because money talks. Their realtor might like the house and go to their agent, and that agent might try to convince that seller to not use you.
Okay.
It is potential loss of listing just waiting to happen. So if
FISBO.
yeah, exactly. So if they threw it out there that they'll sign a listing agreement right now, I'd do it.
Okay. And then I have another seller. Photos are scheduled for July 2nd. He wants it to go live on July 4th, but he doesn't want to show it till July 7th. And again, I told him, I said, listen, I have MLS rules and guidelines. I don't think I can do that.
Well, that's the whole thing is we have to follow the rules. If I think in most states, you should check with your broker. I think in most states, they probably will say the MLS rules will probably state that if it's directed in the listing contract, that's what the seller wants, then what the MLS is trying to avoid is us doing whatever the hell we want, right?
Right.
The rules protect are all towards us. It doesn't, hit back to the sellers. So the sellers say, hey, I don't want any MLS until the 7th. Then we have to make sure that we put it in the contract per the seller's request. Doesn't want to start showings until July 7th.
Okay.
And just stay compliant with, your MLS. Make sure you just call your board or talk to your broker. Just make sure you get all your language properly set up.
Okay. He's going to be a pain in the ass, this guy. I can tell from now.
I get stuff like this all the time. As I say, I get all these crazy requests right now too. Or there's
really?
Oh yeah, they're like, oh yeah, I heard agents saying that if you start to if you put it on the MLS this date and you say we're not going to show to this date and you're going to do an open house this date and we're not going to review offers to this date, I'm like, yes, absolutely. That's if you want to do it that way, I'll write it in the contract that way.
Okay.
I have no issue doing that.
Okay. All right, a couple more questions and then we're done. I had a meeting with my broker, and he told me that he will help me with finances for marketing. Whatever marketing, because I told him we're coaching, he said whatever marketing it is, he will either pay for in full or contribute to.
Okay.
So what do you think? Like professional video, commercial, what can we do? What he says, I have to present to him what our plan is, and he will help.
Okay.
And I also asked him if there was a way I can cap out on my franchise fees. He didn't get back to me yet. I'm trying. I told him I'm paying for this, and this. I said these franchise fees are too high.
If you can, obviously, if he for capping out on Century 21 franchise fees, that means he has to eat it.
I know. Or give me a higher split.
You're basically asking him to eat the franchise fees at the certain point, because that's what he has to do.
It's worth a shot.
Because I know Century 21 Corporate's not going to allow that. Once you get yourself to a point where you are bringing in a lot more business, which I know you have the drive, you have the skills. You said things are slow right now, but obviously things are not because you got 5 listings coming up.
I know, Charles, but I feel it's slow. Like I just don't like it. I'm really stressed. I'm uneasy.
But here's the thing: is you got to remember, I got 5 listings coming up. So obviously, there's things that I've done that it cost me to get 5 listings coming up, right?
Okay.
I know we all want that. We all strive for, like, oh my God, I need everything to be today.
Yeah.
But when these 5 get into your pipeline here, you're going to have, most likely, let's say you sell 4 of them, right away. Right?
Hopefully.
But what you got to remember to keep doing is all that work that got you these 5. Most agents, when they get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 listings, what's the number one mistake most agents do?
They slack off a little.
They slow down. They say, okay, I'm busy. I don't need to do as much prospecting. I don't need to do much of this stuff anymore because I'm busy now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when you start seeing that whole peak and valley system, right?
Right.
You're climb up to the top of that mountain. You're like, yay, I'm up here again. And you're super excited. Did all that hard work to get up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, oh, all the way back to the bottom.
Exactly. Exactly. Because my couple of closings are not set for probably another month or so. So that's no income coming in.
Yep.
And my finances, what did you think about all that?
Now, that's awesome that you got him to do that. To your budget.
My budget,
I
yeah.
thought you were talking about the broker thing still. Your budget is not terrible at all.
We have a lot of expenses.
What's that?
We have a lot of expenses that.
Yeah, so you have to get that. You got to work on getting that personal budget down, right? You have to get it to 40%.
Yeah.
Of your income. Once you can get it there, you can start to breathe a little easier.
Yeah.
Right? So that's hard work. You got to continue to work on that. It's always daily, hey, sitting down with your husband and say, okay, what do we need to do?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys just make goals. My goal is to do X, Y, Z before this date, right? I have a goal to pay off 4 cards this year. I paid off 3 of them yesterday, and I paid off the 4th one today.
Wow. How long did it take you to do that?
2 years.
Yeah.
But I set that goal. I said, I know at this point, my goal was to get it paid by June of this year when I made that goal 2 years ago. And I did it.
Awesome.
Dropped it. So I got 1 more to go after this 4th one, but that's my biggest one.
Yeah.
And the only reason I got into debt is obviously when I first started real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Open up credit cards to pay for shit.
Right. Right.
And I joined a coaching program 3 years ago that cost me $16,000.
Wow.
Highly recommended by everybody, saying the best coaching program in the world. No, I got nothing.
Oh my God. Wow. We live and learn, right? We make mistakes and.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's a $16,000 mistake.
Right.
It's a lot of money, and $10,000 went on a credit card.
A lot.
Mm-hmm. So, and I thought, when I put all that stuff in the cards, I thought, I'm gonna put this on the card. I'm gonna become out of this program as this, and I'll be able to pay them off by the end of the program. Nope, went further into debt.
Ugh, awful.
No, but things happen. Okay. So that I just want you to continue to look at your budget, continue to work on that. You know what the numbers are. Your goal is 25% business. Keep about 30 to 35% for taxes, right? And then keep your personal at 40%. Now, taxes, 30 to 35%, you're most likely not going to use all of that, but it's creating a savings account for you in essence, right?
Exactly. That's what I did last year.
Right. Because then you can use whatever's left in there at the end of the year to pay down some of those credit cards.
Yeah.
Don't go on vacations. Pay down your credit cards. Vacations you'll do by working and getting more listings and stuff like that, and you'll save for that. But use that tax money as a way to start eliminating debt.
Yeah.
And make things much, much easier.
Okay. And then this that you sent me, you texted me. Can you see it?
Oh, yes.
I would love you to show me how to do this because this is an awesome ad. I love it.
Yeah. So,
listings to leads is shit to me. I'm so sick of listings to leads. I like that.
Okay. So here's the thing with ads. That's using Facebook's lead generation. I'm going to walk you through that. Right.
Okay.
I'm going to show you how to do it. There's a couple tools you'll need for when you do it for Facebook. The main thing is you're going to need a program called Zapier, Zapier. And I'm going to walk you through that today as well. Because without Zapier, you won't be able to get notified of your leads. Okay? Because Facebook doesn't notify you when the lead comes in, unfortunately. So it would be nice if they did, but they don't. So
Okay.
we have to, do it another option to kind of get those leads notified to you. Okay. So I'll teach you how to run that ad that I did. But here's the thing is you have to point them somewhere, right?
Yes.
So you have an IDX website.
Mhm.
Okay, so here's the thing is I point them to an IDX website. Let me show you.
I have a website. I don't know if it's IDX.
Well, does it show listings?
Yes.
Then it's IDX.
Okay. I have an IDX website.
Okay. It's probably the broker one, right?
Yes.
And that's okay for now until we can get your income up to get your own.
Okay, because I went to GoDaddy and I got my own domain name.
Okay. Eventually, we're gonna get you your own website, company so here, so you can start generating massive amount of leads. But you don't need that to make lead forms work. But eventually, you should because there's so many other types of lead generation I can show you with stuff like this that will blow your mind.
Mhm.
um,
Yeah, I
but
don't want my leads going to the company website and then my broker grabbing them and giving them to other people.
exactly. So you have two choices here. You can like do a single property type thing, and you can point them to a landing page on listings of leads, like if like just to get a single property. But if
Okay.
you want to do something like I did, just for them to get like all homes for sale, I pretty much create I go here, so I'll go more options, and I'll create a search on my thing. So I'm gonna do Appleton. I'll do like, okay, Appleton. I know most first-time home buyers are looking for at least 3 bedrooms. I know they're looking for at least 1.5 bathrooms, and I know they're looking anywhere between 75 to about 150,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just do a search. So, and then this is all the homes that meet that criteria I just built, and this is the link I put on Facebook. Point them to. That's it. That's how I do it. So let me show you how it's all created. So we're going to go to Facebook Business Manager, Ads Manager right now. Okay. So, and then I'll also show you how to do it with ManyChat if you want to learn that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. So you're going to start with create, right? You're going to come in where it says lead generation. You're going to click on that one. So we got lead generation. So first time home buyer, and this is all homes for sale. Okay, I'll continue. I always name the ad what I'm targeting. So the first thing we're going to start with is up here. It says your Facebook page. You'll make sure it's always your business page. You'll click that. And then you're going to come down here and we're going to go ahead and create an audience that we're going to target. So if I was targeting first-time home buyers, I know average first-time home buyer is 25 to about 35 years old, right? And if I was targeting homeowners, I might do 35 plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to do a pin drop. So the goal is you want to get zoomed in on your city as close as possible, so wherever your location's at. And then you're going to come over here where it says pin drop, and you're going to drop a pin right in the center of your location. Because then it's going to create a little circle, right? Okay. So now I have a 10-mile radius. Now we're going to go through here, and we're going to hit our demographics. And we're going to target people who may be interested in real estate. Interest only. So only click on the ones that say interest. So we're going to do real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to type in Zillow. Do Zillow twice. Put it on here twice. I'm going to grab this one. And there's Trulia. Trulia has two, so we're going to type it twice so I can get both of them. And I know there's homes.com. And these are all real estate websites, right? So if people are on here looking at these sites, there's a high chance that they're looking for homes, right?
Yes.
We're going to do realtor.com. There's two of them for realtor.com for interest, so we're going to type it twice to get both of them. And then last one is Redfin. Okay. So now we're telling Facebook we want you to put this ad in front of anybody who meets one of these criteria. Okay? But now we want to exclude real estate agents, so we're going to type in real estate agent, and we're going to look for the ones that say job titles and employers. You see that?
Yes.
So we're going to click that. I'll type it again just to make sure I get them all. There's the employer one. Let's type in real estate by itself. So what I do is I just type it in a couple times to see, make sure I get them all. All right, there's real estate brokers. So there's one. Let's take one here. Where did it go? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so that's the so now we have those. So we got rid of them. All right. Any questions on that?
No.
Okay, perfect. So now we're going to keep moving down. So the next section is placements. Right here. So you want to edit placements. So when you first do this for the first time, it's going to show automatic placements. So you're going to click edit placements. All these things that are checked, you want to uncheck everything except for Facebook feeds. So we're going to uncheck Instagram, and we're going to uncheck Insta articles, and we're only going to have the Facebook feeds checked.
Yep.
So then we come down the daily budget. I spend $10 to $20 a day. So for this ad, we're going to do 10, and then we're going to come down and we're going to press continue. And then all I do is I upload an image of a house. So I already have some in here. So let me grab.
You upload an image of any house?
Yep, pretty much. I save all my pictures of all my listings, and I just use those.
Okay.
So the Facebook, the photo has to be 1200 by 628 for Facebook. That's the size. So write that down. It's very important. 1200 by 628. And then I use Canva for my photo editing. So if you go to canva.com, I do here. So I'll show you. I'll create a new design. And when you press create new design, just come all the way to the bottom here, come down where it says ads, and then press the Facebook ad, and automatically chooses that size. And then you can just upload a picture right into it, right? And then you can drop it. That one here is too small, so we'll go ahead and expand it, right? There you go. Now I got my 1200 by 628.
Right. And now what are you going to do with it?
Then you just go ahead and then download it.
So what did Canva do?
Just to size it properly. And then, because if you go into the normal editor and just take a small picture and increase the size, it's going to distort. Canva keeps that from happening. Because remember, when I first put this in here, it was tiny, right?
Yes.
So when I expanded it, it didn't distort because Canva keeps that from happening.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so then you just download. Okay, so then you're going to come and let me just upload the picture. I'll grab this one and confirm. Okay, so now it's got my picture that they're going to see. So
you added that sun?
Those are the files that I had created
on Canva.
I paid someone on Fiverr to create them for me. See,
Fiverr?
Yeah, Fiverr, Fiverr. I just told them, hey, can you make me a cartoon sun and a cartoon cloud? And they did it for me. It was like $5. And then I just dropped it, and I just put little clouds on there, just color to kind of catch people's eyes. Tell you what, I'll send you mine. You don't have to buy them.
Thank you.
Okay, and that's it. Now I got some color on there as well.
I like it. I think it's cute. It's like an emoji.
Yes, exactly. Attention, home buyers. You know what? I'm not going to tell you about the ad because you already have it. But you know the thing. Go through and just type the exact same thing as I did in that ad, right? You can you afford and the thing you want to make sure is where it says call to action, change that to learn more. So you click the drop down, make sure that's learn more. Then we're going to come where it says, now we see where it says lead form.
Yes.
We're going to do new because we got to now create the lead form to drive people to the actual site, right? So when you're in here, so you're going to name it, you're going to come here, you're going to name it. So I would come up here, erase all this, right? And I would name it the ad. So I'm doing the same thing I put in the ad. So it's first time home buyer list of homes, right? After you put the name, you're going to click settings. Once you click settings, you're going to go ahead and you're going to make sure it says open. So it's right now it says restricted. So click open. Once it's open, what this allows is for anybody to share your ad as well. So somebody wants to share it with their friend, they could. If it restricted, they couldn't.
Okay.
So then you're going to go back to content. The first thing you're going to see is where it says intro. You're going to turn that off. Then you're going to click on questions. You're going to uncheck everything for now. And then you're going to click on show more options. And then you're going to check first name, last name, then check email, and then check phone number. Now, the great thing about lead form is Facebook grabs all their stuff from their profile and puts it in there automatically. Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yes. So then all you have to do is press submit, and then you got a lead, right? So next thing is you're going to get rid of questions.
Yes. How's that lead going to come to me?
We still got to get. We're still a few steps before we get there. Okay.
Gotcha.
So now we're going to have to do privacy policy, right? Now, the privacy policy you can get on most websites. It's required. So if you go to your company website, at the bottom, there should be a link that says privacy policy, right? Or if you're on listings to leads, there's one there as well. You log into listings to leads. So you can use this in conjunction with lead forms as well. So same thing with listings to leads. If you come to the bottom of listings to leads, where it says privacy policy, you see that? Click that link, and you just need to copy that link, right?
Where? Which link? Oh.
On listings to leads, right here at the bottom, of the very bottom of the website.
Yes.
Once you log in, it says legal privacy policy. Click that. Yes. When it pops up, just copy that link.
Perfect.
Okay. And then you come to Facebook and you paste it where it says link required. Okay. After you put that link there, then you're going to touch thank you screen. And now we're going to do the final steps. It says thanks, you're all set. And I put in capital letters. There is just one more step. I'm going to erase this. Let's say click the link below to get instant access to all homes for sale that meet your criteria. Like that. Now, after you do that, the last thing you got to do where it says website link required, you have to put a link there. That's so what that means when they press this, it's going to take them there. So where it says button text, I'm going to change that as well. I'm going to say click here for all homes list. Right. Okay. And then we're going to put the website there. So you got two choices. You can go on listings of leads and create something from the land on, or just go to your company website and create a search on there and copy that link. So like for me, you see how I created this search here? I'm going to come up here and copy that link at the top. Right?
I can do that on my May Sells Homes website.
Okay, perfect. Yep, and then just copy that link from the top, and that's what you're going to paste where it says required. Paste that there. So that's telling them if once they click this button, it's going to take them to that site. Make sense?
Yeah, but I don't need to add like 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, right? I could just get.
You can create whatever search you want.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I want to keep it open for everybody.
That's just what I do because I know that's what most first-time home buyers in my area look for. But do what's best for your area. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So now after you do all that, all you're going to do is press save and finish, right? And then you have your brand new lead form. Now, trick. After you create your very first lead form, when you ever do these ads again, let me cancel this because I don't need it. Once you create your, let's say you create your first one, instead of coming in there and having to go through all those steps over and over and over again, after you have your first one in there, all I do is duplicate, and I just change the heading, right? And then I change the thank you screen. I just changed the link. That's it. In this way, then you don't have to go through all those steps again. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So get that first one, and after that, all you do is just change the title and the website link, and everything else stays the same.
Okay. So, did I ask you this already? How am I going to know when these leads start responding to me?
Okay, that's where we have to go into getting those leads into Zapier, using Zapier. So I'm going to show you that next. Okay. So after you're done with your lead form, and all you do is press confirm.
Yep.
Okay. Let me close a few of these windows. Okay. So now we're going to go to zapier.com. Okay. So to have this, it's going to cost $20 a month or $25 a month, unfortunately. But without it, you cannot get your leads into Facebook, from Facebook into anything. You don't get even notified of them. Okay. So once you sign up for the account, all you do is you click up here, and it'll say upgrade. You press upgrade, and then you just upgrade it to this one here, right? Starter. And that's all you got to do. And then once you got that done, now I'm going to show you how to create what they call a zap. So you click on make a zap. When you first come in, these won't be here. They're only here for me because I use these all the time. So what you're going to do is you start with name your zap. So I name it the same thing as the ad. First time home buyer list of homes. And then where it says search hundreds of apps, you are going to type Facebook. And then you're going to click on the one that says Facebook lead ads. Okay. Once you do that, you're going to press save and continue. Then you're going to press connect an account. When you press that, it'll bring up your Facebook account for you to put your username and password, and then it'll connect it to, and then it'll bring it through. So after you do that, you'll check it, and then you press save and continue. Stop me with questions as we go through this if you have questions, okay?
Okay.
Then they're going to come to this next page. You have to choose your business page. So you hit the little arrow. So you'll select on your business page. And you're going to go find that lead form that you created. So you click on here and list of homes, right? So we're going to click on that and then press continue. Then we're going to press continue. And then when it pops up, you're going to do load in some samples. After it does that, you press continue. And that's step number 1. Now, step number 2 is you have to type in Wise Agent. That's your CRM, right?
Realty Juggler.
What was your CRM again?
Realty Juggler.
Realty Juggler. Let's see if it's even in here. Realty. Oh, it's not in here. So what we're going to do is you need to get emailed. So you're going to type in email. And there's one that says email by Zapier. You see that?
Yes.
You click on that. Then you're going to press save and continue. And then you're going to fill this out. So you're going to put your email right here. So I'm just put mine, Charles. And then where it says subject, I would just put new lead, right? So then every time you see that, you know you got a new lead. And then for the body of the email, just see these little lines with the plus sign?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Then you're going to touch on new lead, and you're going to hit first name. And then you come and press it again. You want to hit last name. Then I do enter. Then you're going to touch email, enter, then phone number, right?
Yeah.
And then enter twice, and then I put comment like this. And then I put, in the comment, I would put the first time home buyer list of homes, right? Because I want to know what they inquired about, because I have multiple different ads that run at one time. One could be a single property website. One could be all homes for sale. This way, when they come in, I know exactly what they inquired about. So when I'm texting them, emailing them, I can bring that up. Make sense?
Yes.
So if it was comment, let's say you're taking them to a new listing that you got in, is at 123 Anyway Street. That's what I would put here. Inquiry about 123 Anyway Street. Okay. And then after you do that, all you come to do is hit the bottom here, press continue. Right. Then you would just do send test to Zapier. And you'll get an email. I'm going to get an email. And then after that, you press finish, right?
Yes.
So let me see if the email popped up. I'll show you what it looks like. So you'll get this is what it'll look like. It says new lead, their name, email, phone number, comment. It's all set up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that makes it nice and easy. Questions on that?
Okay. No. When I get these leads and I start calling these buyers, how should I approach them?
Okay, so that goes back to the buyer campaign that I gave you, that buyer binder. That's you get them on the phone. What's your goal? Find out what they're looking for, location, price, their motivation, how soon are they looking, are they working with an agent, and what's your time frame, right? And if they're ready to go now, then you schedule for them to come to the office.
Perfect, I got that.
Yep, and then if they're further out, then we know that we are going to put them on the BC campaign, right?
Yes.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Any questions on that then?
No.
Now, lead forms. It's awesome, right? Because you get their name, phone number, and email, and it's 98% accurate. The reason I say 98% accurate is some people haven't updated their phone number on Facebook in God knows how long. But I think most people usually keep the same phone number for a long time, right? People rarely change their phone numbers. So you'll have that accuracy there. The only difference is because you use Realty Juggler, you can't get the leads to go into the CRM automatically, but you'll have to input them yourself. But I mean, at least you're getting leads, right?
Yes.
Okay. ManyChat. I know when you're looking at these things, creating these flows, you're looking at this, you're like, oh my God, how do I do this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're in ManyChat, what you're going to do is you're going to click on automation, and you're going to come down and press sequences. Okay, once you press that, you're going to come up here and press new sequence. We're going to name it group test. Great. And then you're going to click this button. Then you're going to click on where it says after 1 day. We're going to change that to immediately. And save and update schedule. And then we're going to click on create new reply. Now when you come here, to make this easier, we see over here where it says go to Flow Builder. I'll click on that. And you're going to start with your first message. So I would do something like, well, hi. Then you can click on these little lines here in the center, their first name, right? Comma. Do you want to see a list of homes that meets your search criteria?
And why am I sending this out to the buyers? Are they contacting me somehow?
No, so you know how that I showed you how that you place that link on lead forms from your website?
Yes.
You can place a link from this instead, and it brings them to Messenger and starts having a conversation with them.
What's better for me to do?
Both. You can do one for just that and one for just this if you want.
Which one should I start out with?
The first one I showed you, because that's much easier to set up.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yep.
Give me 1 second here. My painter's at my building right now. They're knocking on the wrong door. 1738, number 4, you dummies. How many times I gotta tell you that? I told them like 5 times. 1738, number 4. They're at my wrong building. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 17. Okay, sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
So, and then you put, do you want to see a new list of homes for sale? But yeah, start with the other option first, because that's going to be easier for you to at least learn how to do lead forms and all that stuff before you start getting into this more difficult stuff.
Yeah.
Then you just press add button, and then you're going to change this to yes, right? And you hit add button, and we're going to say no, right? Like that.
Wow.
Okay, so now you're telling them to answer that question. Then I'm going to come here, and we're going to make a little line like this, and then send message. Okay, so, and then if it's no, we're going to make another one like this. Send message.
That's crazy.
So no, I'm going to put okay. No queries. Have a great rest of your day. And then if they say yes, then I can say something like, are you a first-time home buyer? Right? Question, and then do the same thing. Yes. No. And then if they say yes, we can go to a message, right? And if they say no, we can go to another message. Like for no, and say, okay.
What if they respond?
Every time they respond, it takes them to the next flow.
Yeah, but what if, like, are you a first-time home buyer and? No,
because when they see the buttons, they just click on them. Yeah, it won't let them do any other option.
That's oh, that's good. Yeah.
So it says okay. So now if they say no, then we say okay. Is your home on the market? Whatever you want to put, right?
Yeah.
Mark, and then you can go through same thing. Yes. And no. And then you just keep building your flows. And you can. I don't think I need to keep going through, but you see the point, right?
I do.
Yep. And then you can just keep doing that and just keep going through. Now that's the easy way to do it. But another way I see some people doing it is right here, like to say yes. You can say something like, if you don't have to do the paid version to use this, or you do user input. So I would do something like this. So I say, okay, great. And here you can ask a question. It says, okay, tell me what you are looking for in your dream home, question mark, right? Now, you see what it says here. It says there, it won't move to the next step until they waiting for a reply, right? And then I would put that there, and then they actually at that point have to physically type in what they're looking for. They're not pressing any buttons, right? They'll put in there 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, single family home, so it's short and sweet. So then you wait for the reply. After they reply, I would do something like this. Then I would go press text, and I will put something like, are you approved? Right? Then add button. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, right? And if they say no, then we can ask them like, hey, do you want me to send you over some lender information? And if they answer that, then they would get the actual lender's information. It's kind of, you just keep going through and building the flow the way you want to.
Right.
Okay. Now, after you do that, you would press publish, right? But let me get out of here because it's not going to let me do it because there's too many. I skipped a couple steps there. You're going to go to then where it says growth tools after you publish it. And your new list will be here. So you would click on the name of it. You're going to go, first thing you'll start with is just going to have your opt-in message. You're going to go edit. And you can change this opt-in message, whatever you want. So you can say, welcome, thank you for subscribing. If you ever want to unsubscribe, just press stop. You can't take this part out because you have to tell them how to stop. But you can put whatever you want here. I just have it simple. I have a hands clapping. And thank you for subscribing. P.S. After you do that, then you come back here. Let's touch here. Add subscriber to the sequence. You just press next, right?
Right.
And it's going to take you here. So it says custom. When you first come in here, it's going to be blank like this, right? I just put list of homes. On home buyer, because that's what we're targeting. Home buyer. And then it's going to create a widget there that you can use.
And if they want a list of homes, I just send them, what's on the MLS, obviously, right?
Yeah. So then they're going to start to have that conversation, right? With the bot. So list of homes. Okay. So I got that. Then it'll create this little link. You see this little link here?
Yeah.
You copy that. That's what you put on Facebook instead on the lead forms. Remember? Let me go back here, duplicate. On the thank you screen where I had this to your website. You drop that link here instead. So now when they click on this, get custom list of homes, it's going to take them to have an interaction with that messenger bot.
Ah, I see that. I got it. Yep. I get it.
There you go.
Technology.
Yeah. So I would do a regular lead form to the website, so you can practice that. Do a couple, get an ad out there, get some leads. Then practice with ManyChat, creating a flow. You're not going to do anything with it and putting it on Facebook until you can get a good flow working, right?
Right.
Just think about all you're doing is having a conversation with someone on Messenger without you actually being there, replying yourself.
Right.
That's it.
It's a lot.
We got a lot done.
Yeah. That was a lot.
But that's what you wanted, so we covered it.
Yeah.
Now, we can, even our next call, if we want to go back in there and do another ad and keep practicing with this, we'll do that. I'll stay on this as long as you want me to.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Because if you really want to start generating a lot of leads, that's the way to do it.
So because I'm going to sign up for Zapier, should I still subscribe to Listings to Leads?
I still would use it, because if you ever want to create, like, just show someone a brand new listing, I would, because you can create an individual property website and Listings to Leads, because you can have people land there.
I have individual property websites with Century 21, but there's no landing page. It's just the link with all the
You can use that too. Then, if you want to use just that, that's okay. As long as you can get them somewhere when they click the link to give them the information they inquired about, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I can. I think I can. I can use the unique property website.
Yeah, that's right. You guys have that.
To Zapier.
Yep. So yeah, then what'll happen is you'll, where it said website in the lead form, you would put that unique property website link. Then you would get the email from Zapier saying you got a new lead. You know what they inquired about in their comment, and then you know what to say when you call them.
Right. Unique property website's just going to target that one specific new listing, open house new listing, but then otherwise I'll just direct them to my website. Okay, I got this. Yep. All right. I can do this.
Okay. Now let's schedule our next 2 calls.
Okay. What are the next 2 calls going to be about?
Well, if you want, on the next call, we'll continue more with Facebook stuff. We'll kind of dial in some different ads you can do, open house ads and stuff like that.
I lost you, Charles. You froze up. Can you repeat
that? On our next call, we'll dive into some more Facebook ads, open houses, some of all the types of ads that I do to kind of keep you dialed in on that.
Okay.
And then on our the next call for the following month, we'll dive more into ManyChat even some more. Because I think by then you might have a little bit more practice, and I can just keep showing you how to keep building leads from there.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Today is the 21st, so we can do, no, today's the 18th, so we can do June 2nd.
July 2nd?
Yeah, sorry, July 2nd.
Let me just check. Yes.
Okay, same time as always.
Yeah.
I like to stay consistent if we can.
8 a.m.
Yep. And then the 16th?
Monday the 16th. Can we do that Friday before? Are you available the 13th of July?
I'm the 12th and the 13th. 12th and the 13th, I'm on vacation, so I won't be available those days.
Nope. Okay.
So I can do the 23rd if you don't want the 16th.
Okay.
23rd?
Let's do the 23rd. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. Then the 23rd it is. Then we are all set.
Perfect.
All right. Well, let me know if you need anything in the meantime. Once the video uploads to YouTube, I'll send it to you. Then you can watch it back as well.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We'll talk soon. Let me know if you got questions, okay?
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.